Let me just share real quick so that I can get some people in here. Give me 1 second, you guys. All right. Let me get my camera angle back right so you guys can see what's happening. What's happening? What's happening, peeps? What's happening? There we go. There we go. Just waiting just a few more minutes so some people come in. Just give me a sec. All right, all right, all right, all right. Hello, 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 my YouTube family. Wow, it has been almost a year since I've last talked to you guys. That's a long time. A long, long time. A lot has gone down in that year since I've been gone. Um, so tonight I'm going to tell you where I've been. I'm going to cook some dinner. What me and my husband would have for Valentine's Day. We're just going to do it early, so that you guys can see, and maybe it'll give you an idea of what to cook for your significant other tomorrow for Valentine's Day. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the live. Chime in with your questions, your comments. Let me know what you think as I go along. Yes, let's get this thing started. So what we're doing tonight, I have some shrimp that I've already peeled and taken the tail off of. This is what I used: chicken of the sea, large shrimp. They were already deveined, but I went ahead and peeled them and took the tails off camera so that, this live wouldn't drag on for a gazillion years because I'm slow. But so I went ahead and did that. And we also have some pink salmon. And I like to use this one a lot because it's easy to cook and it makes quite a bit. And when I eat salmon, I really like to eat salmon because it's good for you. And you can fill up on it and don't feel real guilty about it. So yeah, me and my husband, we about to eat good tonight. And then for the sides, we're gonna have some broccoli, and we're gonna have some mini potatoes. And I got the kind where it's like two different colors, three different colors in here. So I thought that this would be really pretty to do. So yeah. So while I'm getting everything ready, let me tell you where I've been. All right. So go back to a year ago when I first, um, I guess you could say, left YouTube. I was trying to get my channel, popping, and then life happened, as it does for a lot of people. Um, I ended up having to move out of my home because my landlord decided to sell our house. And he gave us the option to buy it, but it wasn't a home that we wanted to buy. So we passed up that option to buy it, and we decided to look elsewhere. And during that search, we had found another home that we thought was going to be a good one. And so we had gotten our money together, and we went ahead and we contacted, the owner for that other home, and we did everything we had to do to get it, and we started moving our stuff in. And after, we got everything in that home, it came time to turn the electricity on and the water on and things like that. And when it came time to do all of that, we quickly figured out that this was not going to be our forever home. That house had problems that the landlord knew that the house had, and he did not tell us that the house had those problems. And so we decided that we were not going to stay there, because if he was deceptive with us up front like that, that he was going to continue to be deceptive all throughout the history of us staying there. So we left and we moved in with my mom. So as we moved in with my mom, I'm just gonna preheat the pan here, turning it down to, because my stove cooks really hot, so I'm turning it down to a little bit less than medium heat. I have rinsed my salmon and I have just patted it dry, and now I'm getting ready to season it and then put it in the pan. But yeah, as we decided to move in with my mom, we stayed there for probably about 3 months, maybe 4 months. And then it's like lightning struck twice, and you just would not believe it. But her landlord did the exact same thing that ours did. And he told her that he was selling her house as well, and that, she had to find somewhere to go. And so, it was just kind of like we were being tested at that point, because, like, how in the world and who in the world would, do something like that? Who would have to go through moving out of two homes, kind of like back to back, because the landlord was selling the house? So we just accepted that this was something that was bigger than us that was happening. And we just took it in stride, and we did what we had to do to survive. So my mom, is kind of older. And so she found somewhere to go relatively easy. That was just paprika that I put on the flesh side of the salmon. And now I'm going to go in with some prime steak seasoning. And even though it says it's for steak, it goes on pretty much all meats really well. I've tried it pretty much on everything, and it just makes it taste like it comes from a steakhouse. So it goes on pretty much anything. But yeah, I mean, we pretty much just accepted that we were being tested, and we just, did what we had to do to survive. And so my mom got her place, and she, went on to move in. So my husband and I just decided that we were not going to rush into trying to find us a place. We were going to take our time and find somewhere that we really, really wanted to go. So we went into a motel, and we ended up staying in that motel for about 5 months. That was the total time that we ended up being there. And y'all, I went into the grocery store specifically to cook this dinner tonight. Tell me why I forgot my olive oil. So I'm going to use this toasted sesame oil. It's not going to cause any harm. I mean, it's, it's just going to make it have a little nuttier taste or whatever. But it's going to do the job that I need it to do for this skin, which is make it crispy and cause the seasonings to adhere to it pretty well. But yeah, so we ended up going into the motel, and we ended up staying there about a total of 5 months. And it was a journey. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was definitely a journey. It was something that, even though we went into it knowing what we were getting into, it was something that we did not expect life to be like. And so we got in there, and we were looking for places and looking for places and looking for places, and it's like everything that was opening up to us was not what we needed. It's like it would come to a point where, because I have, it's me, my husband, and my 2 kids, and so everything that was opening up to us would be something like where we would have to separate, because it'd be like a 2-bedroom or something. So me and my husband could come, and one of my kids could come, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, because when we move, I want to move where all of our family can move together. Because that's who we are. We're a family, and I want my family back together. And so we decided to just keep waiting, to just keep holding on and wait until the right place, becomes available. And so that's what we did. And that's why it ended up taking, 5 months for that to happen. But it was worth the wait, because where we are now is exactly where we want to be. And we know that God placed this woman in our midst for us to get this house, because the way that things happen, they could not have happened any easier, any better. Like the just things just, how things just flow when they're meant to. That's kind of how things are happening right now. It's like they're going the exact way that they're supposed to go. So I'm laying some more of this oil down in the pan, just so the salmon doesn't stick when I lay it in the pan. I'm going to go ahead and put it skin side down so that skin can get crispy. Yeah, and so these first 2 pieces are going to cook on, like I said, a little less than medium heat while I'm working on the second piece. So I missed you guys though while I was gone. I really did. So during all of that time, while we were gone, I really couldn't do YouTube. Like, I really couldn't do my channel, my recording and everything, because we didn't have anywhere stable to do it at. Like, the motel, there was always noise. There was always, somebody making noise next door. At my mom's house, I could have done it, but you can't really, like, move into someone's house and then tell them that they have to be quiet. Like, what kind of mess is that? So I just decided that I did not want to, you know, encroach on her feelings and make her feel like, oh, well, you know, I done moved in and took over. So I just decided to not do YouTube until we got a place of our own where when I decided to film, I could have absolute and total, you know, peace and quiet to do what I needed to do. And then I wouldn't have to worry about, you know, asking anybody to be quiet or anything like that. So it was a blessing that, you know, things happened the way that they did. So we ended up getting our dream home. It's, you know, for a place to stay that we're renting, I would definitely call this our dream home. Like, if, you know, now if we're talking about buying a home, then yeah, this is not anywhere close to a dream home. But for renting, this is most definitely, you know, a good house to have for renting. So, again, going down with the same seasonings, the prime steak and the paprika. And I know it doesn't, it seems like I should probably put more, but this prime steak seasoning has salt and pepper in it. It has like garlic and rosemary, onion, lemon peel. It has truffle in it, mushroom powder. So it has definitely a lot of things in it. So I don't need to, you know, just like pull out a whole bunch of different seasonings, because now I definitely will, because your girl, oh, she all about seasoning stuff now. But this one is one, since salmon is such a delicate fish, I definitely don't want to overpower it. I still want to be able to taste the salmon, so I'm just not gonna overpower that. So yeah, now that we're in our home, I can film as I want to. I'm back. I'm back and ready to kick y'all in the face with another video. So instead of doing an edited video as the first thing back, I decided to come live so I could chat with you guys. So I just wanted to come on and kind of give you guys an update of where I've been, cook with y'all a little bit, talk with y'all a little bit, you know. And then I'm going to start back getting into, you know, doing the videos and putting them out and everything, and trying to get back to my regular so that you guys don't feel neglected, because I know I definitely feel like I left y'all in the lurch, and I am so sorry for that. So sorry. But I am most definitely here now, and I'm back, and I'm not going to leave you again. So I'm going to do my best to, you know, try to put out a video twice a week so that you guys can feel my presence. Thank you for those who stuck with me. For all of my subscribers who did not unsubscribe just because I had not put out any videos all year, thank you to everyone who just stuck with me. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I really do. I'm going to, you know, do my best to study, come up with, you know, some new things for you guys that is not typical for me. I'm going to come out of my comfort zone. I promise I will. I'm going to do some things that I wouldn't normally do to try to, you know, get you guys to see a different side of me. So, yeah, stay tuned. There's going to be definitely some interesting things happening over here. Alright, so salmon usually cooks pretty quickly, especially when, you know, you have a stove that don't play like mine, and the heat, you know, is on 1,000, even when it's on low. So see how that skin is already crispy? That's pretty much what you're looking for. And it's only going to take a minute or two on the flesh side down before it's ready to come up, because you absolutely do not want it to burn on that flesh side down. So I'm going to put some butter in here. Just to give it a little bit of fat to work with. And of course, because butter makes everything taste better. Hello. So, yeah. So, tell me in the comments, you guys, what y'all's plans are for Valentine's Day. Are you planning to cook at home? Are you planning to go out to eat? Are you going to hotels, motels? Are you going to the Holiday Inn? Y'all remember that song? Hotel, motel, Holiday Inn? Anyway. Oh yeah, that's beauty. That's a beauty. Time for that to come up already. You got any special trips planned? Tell me what your idea of the perfect Valentine date is. Now, if y'all have been with me when I first started my channel, then y'all know that this is not a bougie channel, baby. And we do not like washing dishes over here. So, we got the Valentine plates on deck, and that's what we're using. So, let me show you. That's how it came out. That's how it should look. That's exactly what we want. Then at the end, we'll squeeze a little bit of lemon over top of it. But this is exactly how we want our salmon to look. It's perfectly browned. It's not burned. That's exactly what we want. Okay. Now, I rinse the pan clean in between when I, am cooking salmon like that, just because the skin sometimes, or the seasoning from it, tends to leave behind little black pieces, and that is most definitely not what we want. We do not want that for the next few pieces that we're going to cook. So I rinse the pan out every time to make sure that our next few pieces are going to taste just like the first pieces that we cooked. So again, we go down with our oil. I'm really kicking myself because I forgot the olive oil, but it is what it is. And again, skin side down. And y'all probably gonna laugh at me because I wash my hands a lot, so they're gonna stay ashy. But at least y'all know I'm a clean cook because I be washing my hands. so next, I'm still working on, since we just, we have, okay, so we have not been in this house that long. We just literally moved in probably about 3 weeks ago now. Um, and my husband got really sick um about a week and a half ago, and he had to go to the hospital. And so we spent almost a week in the hospital. It's pretty much 5 days, I think, because he went in Wednesday afternoon and he got out Monday night. Um, we came home that Monday night. So we have not had a chance yet to buy everything that we need for the house. So like my pots and pans, like I do have a matching set of like pots and, a pan. But when it comes down to having more than one pan to cook with, I don't. That matches anyway. So I'm still working on getting that. So don't judge me when I put the broccoli in a pot, because I don't have a matching pan. But I'm gonna make it work, and I'm gonna show y'all that it's not impossible to put the broccoli in a pot and have it still come out the way that you want it to come out. So yeah, really sick. He ended up he was having bleeding issues, and they couldn't figure out why. And so he had to end up going to the hospital, and I had to play nurse and caretaker, all the good things that a wife should do. And so we, like I said, we're just really trying to get settled, and we still haven't, gotten everything done here in the house. But it's a great house, and we love it, and we cannot wait to see, where we go from here with the house, and, how we can decorate it and everything and get it how we want it to be. So this salmon was a little bit bigger than the other piece that I had cooked. So it's got, a little bit of the white stuff coming off of it. And so I'm just going to scoop that out and toss it. And then I'm going to flip it. You see? That's how you want your skin to look. It's beautiful. So we're on the right track with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the butter in for the flesh side. And because these pieces are bigger, I'm gonna do more butter. I'm going to do an extra piece because these pieces are bigger. Okay. Tell me in the comments some things that you guys would like to see from me this year. Some things that, you guys would like to see me cook, or maybe some trips you'd like to see me take, or just in general, the direction of the channel, like, how you'd like to see my channel grow. Like, leave me some comments and let me know. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open the broccoli now and start working on that. As I said, I'm going to show you how to do it in a pot instead of the pan. It's not a big bag either, so, doing it in a pot is not really going to make that much of a difference. And the pan is just dry. There's nothing in here, because the broccoli is going to make its own water from the very beginning. since it was a frozen bag. So you want it to go in and let it do its own thing in the very beginning. Once it is not frozen anymore and the water kind of steams out of it, then you want to go in with some kind of fat, butter or oil or whatever it is, that your diet can handle. Go in with that, but only after the water has cooked out of it. So I know some people are on a weight loss journey and, they can't have certain things. So, whatever journey you're on and whatever your dietitian has told you that you can have, you do it your way. As I stated, the other night when I was cooking, your kitchen is your kitchen. Nobody can tell you what to do in your kitchen. You eat your food the way you want to eat your food. Everybody has their own specific way of cooking, and nobody's way of cooking is better than anybody else's. Everybody should eat to live and not live to eat. And you do that the way you want to do it. Like, there's no right and wrong when it comes to cooking. Cooking should be an enjoyable, thing to do. Like, you shouldn't feel stressed when it comes to cooking, because if you feel stressed, there's something wrong. You should be it should be enjoyable for you to get in the kitchen and cook. Just relax yourself and just do it. So let's check our salmon now that was on the flesh side down. And it is exactly where we want it to be. So we're going to go ahead and pull this and put it with the other two pieces that we just took up. Sit it aside so that we can get our shrimp in here and get our shrimp cooked. And then after we get our shrimp cooked, we're going to come in with the lemon juice and bring it all together, tie it all together. I'm going to say it again because I see somebody new has come on. We got our little Valentine's plates over here. Y'all, this is not a bougie channel. We do not do real plates over here because we hate washing dishes, okay? This is a real channel. You're going to get the real over here every time. This is not no fake, no play. I'm going to tell you the real and I'm going to show you the real. You're going to get real from me every time. So just rinse that, and now we're ready for our shrimp. And like I said, I've already done the work on these beforehand so that it wouldn't take so long with the live. And I'm going to go ahead with these and put the oil on these so that the seasoning will stick. And with these, we're going to use some garlic powder. And some Sazon. Why? Because I just like the taste of it. Sazon has, that unique redness to it. And this was something else that I said the other night too. I'm kind of, y'all, let me tell y'all something. I had went live the other night, but I couldn't post it because of a family issue. So I had said this on the live, and I think it bears repeating. When you cook and you want people to eat your food, it's always worth it to make it pretty. like I find that the color red draws people's attention. So I like to put a lot of red seasonings in my food. Whether it be paprika, whether it be sazon, whether it be red bell pepper, anything like that that's red, or like even a tomato basil seasoning. And I'll show you what I mean. Like, you can get this from the dollar store. This tomato basil seasoning, and it's really really good. Um, I find that anything like that that has color will draw people to your food, because you eat with your eyes first. I don't care what anybody says. If somebody sits a plate in front of you that is all bland, like it's all gray, it has no colors, and you're not going to want to eat that food. I don't care if it smells good or not. You're not going to want to eat it because it does not look good. So I like to just make sure that my food looks pretty. And then that'll give me a fighting chance with people to at least want to eat my food. Next, I'm going in with some garlic butter flavor seasoning. I know I already put garlic up there the first time, but this is a little bit different. The flavor profile is different. It really doesn't taste like garlic at all. It tastes more like butter, but it is the truth. Like, I keep this on hand when I run out of my Kinder seasoning. Kinder's is my brand of choice when it comes to seasonings. But this one, I think, is made by Walmart. I know Walmart carries it. If it's not made by Walmart, I do know that Walmart carries it. And so I try to keep this one on hand for when I run out of my Kinder seasonings. And it is really, really good. So, and then I'm going to go a little bit of paprika on these two. Okay. And let's mix them up. See how red they look? See how pretty they look already? You haven't even cooked them. Like, this is exactly what you're going for. This is exactly what you want. So when they hit that pan, and they start sizzling, and they actually start cooking, shrimp turns pink anyway when they're done. But they're going to be a pretty, pretty color when they get done. Let me wash my hands real quick. And then we'll come back in and put them in the pan. Okay, I can tell with my broccoli that it's still water in it. Because one, I can hear it, but two, by smell, it does not smell like it's burning. It still smells like it's steaming. So you can tell that there's still water in the bottom of it. So you just want to like stir it up, shake it up so that all of the broccoli can touch the bottom of the pan and have a chance to get that water off of it. And now come back in with our oil. And let's lay these babies down one at a time, because we don't want to just throw them in there and crowd the pan, because then they're not going to saute. They're going to steam, and steamed is not what you want. You want them to saute. So even if you have to do, two rows, then that's fine. But you don't want to crowd it so that they're all on top of each other. That's about as many as I'm going to put in there. for right now. Tell me what you got planned for Valentine's Day tomorrow. What are you planning on doing? Anything special? What are you planning on eating? Are y'all going out to eat? You planning on cooking? Are you doing anything? Do you have kids? Are you doing anything special with your kids? Let me see. Y'all gotta remember, I'm basically stay new to this because it's been so long since I've been up here. Let me see, can I find the comments, because it's been a minute. Okay. I guess nobody's saying anything because I don't see nothing, so it's cool. Alright, let's flip our shrimp. See that pretty red color you got? That's it right there. That is it right there. And then the caramelization from the butter that's in that seasoning. That's gonna give you a great bite, especially to go along with that salmon. That's gonna give you a great bite. But you do want to come in and add, well, I'm going to do it anyway. You might not want to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to come in with some more butter. I know you're probably thinking you use a whole lot of butter to cook. I sure do. Why? Because I like it. And it's my kitchen. You can do what you want in your kitchen. If you don't like butter, don't use it. But I love it. I sure do. And you know what's ironic? The doctors don't really tell you not to use butter when you're trying to lose weight. They tell they do. They tell you to use like a butter spray, like as an alternative or whatever. But then they also tell you that you don't really have to stop eating what you like to eat. Just eat it in moderation and try to work on cutting down your sugar. I find that to be very, very interesting. Because for a long time, people have tried to make you believe that butter is bad. Butter is this and butter is that. But butter is life. Butter's good. Butter's real good. Alright, so now we're getting to the point where our broccoli is starting to dry out from all the water. So now we're going to go in with some oil in the broccoli and then some butter. And to season it, I'm going to go in with some more of the garlic butter seasoning that I was just using, because I want to keep my flavors kind of tied together. So I'm going to go in with that. And then I'm going to go in with the Kinder's prime steak. Because as I said before, it's got the salt, the pepper, everything already in it. So these shrimp are ready to come up. So let me get my plate for those. Okay. And now we're getting ready to go down with our second batch of shrimp. Okay. So we got our broccoli in that oil. So it's no longer just sitting there toasting. And we're going to turn the heat down because as long as it has been in there, what you call steaming, it's definitely ready. We just want it to get a good toast on it at the end so that it's not just soggy broccoli. And now we're going to go in with some butter to give it more flavor and to give it kind of like a sheen at the end when you stir it all up together. And I'm going to put a little bit of fresh garlic in there along with it. Not much, but just a little bit. I did that at the end because I didn't want that garlic to burn, because as you know, garlic will burn really, really easy. So having that garlic flavor in that broccoli is going to make it extremely good. Can you see? That's what it looks like. And that's pretty much what the finished product is going to be. So we're just going to go ahead and let that sit there. Turn that off. Then we're going to come back here for the second batch of shrimp. Rinse that pan in between just like we did for the salmon, because we don't want anything, any little bits left behind to get caught up and make it seem like our food is burned. We don't want that. Any little bit of, water left behind is fine, because the pan is so hot, it's going to soak it right up. So we put our oil in and we're going to go right back in straight away with our shrimp, because the pan is still hot. See how it's sizzling? If you had left it off the heat for a really long time, then I would tell you to wait. But because you just rinsed it and came right back with it, it's good to go. And we are almost at the home stretch, guys. Almost. Only thing we have left to do is the potatoes and we'll be done. Alright. So, that's our last batch of shrimp in there. We've got our broccoli done. We've got our salmon done. So now, let's get our potatoes. Remember, we chose the medley of the mini potatoes where there's different colors. So I'm just going to open the bag and rinse them real good. And then I'm going to toss them in the pot and cover them with water just enough till, they're covered over the top. Because these potatoes, being that they're mini, they cook really quickly. It's not going to take them any time to cook. I got them covered with water now. And I'm going to turn this burner on high since they are the last things that we are waiting to get done. I'm going to go ahead and turn those on high. I'm going to turn my burner with my shrimp down because they are almost done. And I'm going to throw the salmon back in here along with these once these are done. So that I can coat everything with lemon. I mean, I could do this on the plate as well. I don't have to do it in the pan. But I find that for citrus and me, how my body processes citrus, it processes it better if the citrus is hot. Like when I eat citrus as just like squeezing a lemon over my food after it's already been cooked, my stomach doesn't really like that all too well. But if I cook food and then squeeze lemon on it while it's still cooking, my stomach tends to like that a lot better. So that's why I do mine as it's cooking, or after it's done, I'll go ahead and squeeze it and then let it sit there while it's warm. Tell me if you guys like citrus on your seafood. And if you do, what kind? Because I know, like, I'm not a tropical citrus person. So, like, I don't like pineapple, coconut, mango, kiwi. Like, I'm not that type of person. Like, the most citrus you're going to get out of me is lemon and lime. That's the best that I can do for you. I am not that person that is going to do coconut and, all that other stuff that I just named. That's just not me. That's not who I am. I don't like the taste of it for some reason. I don't know why. I just don't. Alright. So, these shrimp go back in. And I'm going to scoot them all to the side so we can get our salmon back in. And this is kind of reheating the salmon as well since it got done first. I'm going to take some of this and just kind of, scooch it around so it's filling in the edges. Then I can lay the other pieces of salmon down. But y'all, I wish y'all could smell this. Oh my God. It smells so amazing. And it's so pretty. Like, this shrimp is so red and it's so crispy. Like, you could hear it when I poured it back in the pan. It's so crispy. I want all that juice from the salmon, every bit of it, back into the pan. Every bit of it. I don't want to waste any of it at all. Okay. Wash my lemon. And I definitely got a juicy one because it was really soft when I picked it up. So it is really juicy. And I don't see no seeds, so good. Really good. I can get all the juice out. No seeds. Okay. I'm only, because it was so juicy, I don't feel like I need this other half of this lemon, so I'm not gonna use it. And now I'm gonna turn the burner off because I don't want our salmon to sit here and like keep cooking to the point where it's overcooked. So I'm just gonna turn the burner off and let the salmon keep its heat. But I'm gonna move the pan off of the burner. But I'm gonna sneak a shrimp. I have to. It's too inviting. I have to know what they taste like. Y'all see this? Can you see this? Tell me you do not want to bite this. Oh my goodness. Tell me you don't want to bite that. Because I very much want to bite it. And I'm going to do it right now. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all. Oh my god, I want to throw something. It tastes so good. Mmm. Normally they say slap your mama, but I love my mama too much to slap her, so I ain't gonna do that. But I do want to throw something. That is amazing. Mm-mm-mm. I outdid myself on that one. Oh my god. So if the shrimp tastes that good, I can only imagine what the salmon gonna taste like. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. See, now I'm ready for them potatoes to hurry up and be done because I'm ready to eat now for real. Wow. Let me wash my hands because I know how y'all are. Even though I'm at home cooking for just me and my husband, still, I don't want nobody to be like, ew. So, hands washed. See? All right. Matter of fact, while these potatoes are cooking, y'all, I gotta let my husband taste one of these because it's just that good. What you think? Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Whew. Mm-mm-mm. All right, let me get. Okay, so this goes here. It's gonna go with this. Go ahead and get the proper spoon for the broccoli. This is gonna go here. Okay. Now, let's do a quick taste on this as well to see where we're at with the seasoning and also the crunch factor. Make sure it didn't get entirely soggy on us. Mm. Mm-hmm. So it has this flavor that's kind of different because like it does not taste like this at all. Even though I put some of the same seasonings in it because of that one different one that I put in here. Oh no, I know what it is. Because of the sesame oil that I put in here. Broccoli, is something that soaks up what you put in it. And because of the sesame in the oil, that's what the broccoli soaked up more of, was that flavor. And that's what you taste. So, yes, you taste the seasonings, but you taste more of the sesame in that oil. I'm not mad at it though. Like, because it's kind of like a Asian style, Korean style broccoli, like you'd get out of the Chinese store. I mean, the when you order to go food, takeout food or whatever. Um, so I'm not mad at it. That's it's pretty decent. It's not what I was aiming for, but it's pretty decent. So I'm not mad at it. But see, that's what happens when you cook. You know what I mean? And you get in here and you just experiment. You let yourself go and you be free. Anything can happen in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? You come in and you just have an idea of what you want to do, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But when it doesn't, like, don't get mad. Like, just take it as a learning experience. Remember what you did, so that if you don't like the outcome, you don't do it again. That's all. And then when you come and you try it again the next time, you don't make the same mistake and you do something different. So then you're either going to get the outcome that you were actually looking for, or you're going to get a different outcome. And it may be better than the last time. It may be great. Who knows? Could be worse than, the last time. But the thing is getting in here and actually trying. Because not trying at all means that you're relying on someone else. And that's never a good thing, because the world is coming to a time where people are getting selfish and they only want to do for themselves. So if you're going to be that person that is going to be relying on somebody else to cook for you, I hate to tell you, darling, but you are going to be in trouble. Like, really, really in trouble. Because people are getting more and more crazy, and more selfish, and they don't want to do anything for anybody. So, learning how to cook is one of those things where it is hard. I'm not going to tell you that it's easy, because it's not. It is definitely hard, but it is one of those things that is rewarding at the end. It is rewarding while you're going through the process, if you allow it to be. And you're going to be proud of yourself, like so proud of yourself at the end, because you did that. You did that. Nobody else but you. And then you're going to be so amazed at the things that you can get in your kitchen and you can do. And then that's money that you can save in your pocket, where you don't have to eat out every day. You don't have to call somebody else to come and cook for you. You don't have to pay anybody to do anything for you, because you can do it yourself. I'm trying to tell you, man, it's one of the most rewarding experiences in the world. I taught myself how to cook by watching the Food Network, because I was sick. I was going through a depression. I did not have anything else to do but sit in my room all day long and stare at the TV. And I made a choice that I was tired of doing the same thing every day and feeling the same way that I was feeling. So I made the choice to teach myself how to cook. And now I'm the one in my family that everybody looks to for cooking advice. I didn't go to a school. I'm not technically trained. Sure, there are things that I do when I cook that if a teacher, like a culinary school, saw me do, they'd be like, oh, nah, what are you doing? But at the same time, as I told you earlier, cooking should be fun. Cooking should be something that you do because you need to live. Cooking should be like a rewarding experience between you and your family, like something that y'all can do together. Like, I don't know the exact words I'm trying to say, but I'm just trying to say that there's no right and wrong. Like, there's no one who can tell you how to cook a steak the right way, because you like your steak a certain way, and if you like it that way, then you cook it the way you like it. And however you go about cooking it to achieve your goal, then uh, that's the way you do it. Sure, other people might can do it too, and they might can do it better than you, and it might, the way that they do it might taste better than your way, but you're going to have to pay those people to do it. You don't have to pay yourself. All you have to do is buy the groceries and just get in there and do it. So that's what I'm trying to say in the long run, is that if you teach yourself how to cook, you will never, ever, ever have to ask anybody else ever again to cook for you. It's just like the parable about teaching a man how to fish. You can take a man to the river and you can give that man the fish that you catch all day, every day, and he gonna eat. But if you teach that man how to fish himself while he's at that river with you, you'll never have to worry about that man having to eat again, because now you've taught him a life skill that he's never gonna forget. He's never gonna like not know how to do ever again. So that's it's the same way about cooking. So that's all I'm trying to say. It's like, invest in yourself. Do something for yourself that benefits you and that nobody can take from you. Just like our parents used to teach us and tell us all the time about our education. If you go to school and you get your education, nobody can take that education away from you. It belongs to you. Because what's in your head, nobody can take it. So, I hope that I'm encouraging someone. I mean, I may not be. I see people, coming on and leaving. So I may just be doing a lot of yapping and people are not, here for the yapping. And if that's the case, I'm sorry. But, this is how I felt like coming across tonight. It's what I have to offer. So, I'm sorry if it's not your cup of tea, but this is what I have tonight. I mean, I don't really have anything else to do while we wait for these potatoes to boil either. I should have put them on a little bit earlier. I don't know what I was thinking, but, so yeah, I mean, here we are. I can either stand here in silence and y'all just watch these potatoes boil, or I could just yap. So, let's check them though and see what we're working with. I could have took the shortcut and just put them in the microwave, because these kinds of potatoes, these mini ones, when they come in these bags like this, they are microwavable potatoes. That is a shortcut if you ever need one. You could take the whole bag and just throw it in the microwave, and it will help you to cook them quicker. Yeah, these bad boys, they are not. Like, the smaller ones are getting done, but these bigger ones, they ain't doing nothing. And I mean nothing. I might have to take a knife and poke a hole in them so that they can go ahead and do what they gotta do. So we don't want to have to reheat our seafood again, because then it's not gonna be good at all. We're gonna have to eat it cold. So it's gonna be rubbery. That's something about seafood, that's an absolute no-no, is reheating it. Because it tastes really, really rubbery when you have to do that. When you get to that point of having to reheat it, it starts to taste really rubbery. So that's something that you really don't want to have to do. So now that I've got some of them opened up, I'm gonna go ahead and put me some garlic in there too, because I had intended on making these garlic potatoes anyway. So I'm gonna let the garlic boil in there with them, so they'll go ahead and have that flavor. And that's one less thing we have to do at the end. And we're going to put some Parmesan on them too when they finally get done. So let's give them just a few more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and show y'all my setup though. Like when I plate the plates, I'm going to show y'all my little setup. How I plan on plating them. So, me get my little stuff out the way here. Okay. I found this little adorable Happy Valentine's Day head at the store, little rose head. So I'm gonna put this here for a little decoration as I continue to let the potatoes boil, and then, like I said, show you how I'm gonna set my plates up. Alright. Because these plates are so thin, I'm going to go ahead and triple them up. And it's because I just bought the whole pack just for, you know, tonight, for this dinner. I hadn't planned on really using them again. So just for me and my husband, I'm going to go ahead and show you, like I said, the little setup for me and him. Oh, that's too close. Okay. I'm trying to get these camera angles right, y'all. Bear with me. I'm still learning. Like I said, I've been away for a while, so I'm still learning. Trying to come back and get used to everything again. Okay. Now, what I would do is take piece, smaller one, well, that's a medium sized one, so I would go in with that piece and then this piece. This is probably going to be my plate because I don't have to have, you know, the bigger ones to thrive, because I get full really quickly. So it's going to be my plate. And then my husband, I'll give him the bigger pieces, so he'll have that. And then that. And like I said, I don't believe in wasting the juice, the sauce. I call it the sauce because another thing about me and this channel, I'm a basic person when it comes to my food. I'm not one of those people who like a lot of sauce. Like I have seen people's channels where they like a whole lot of like cream and like the sauces that have like a whole bunch of like stuff in it, and I'm not that person, y'all. So if that's what you're looking for, this is not the channel for you. I am sorry to tell you. I'm a basic cook, a basic person. I just kind of like to eat my food the way it is. The fat, oil, butter, that comes off of the food that I cook, I find it tasty, and I like to eat it with my food. That's the most sauce that I do when I, cook or whatever. Or if I'm feeling like I want a little razzle dazzle, I may do Alfredo sauce to top something with it. I honestly did think about doing that for this tonight, and then I changed my mind because I was like, nah, I just want it to be nice and good, something I know is good, I'm gonna like it. And so I just stuck with what I knew. I didn't want to go too outside the box. So this is what our plates would look like. My husband loves broccoli like way more than I do, so I typically try to give him the most of the broccoli whenever we have it, because he loves it way more than I do. But I have to remember that I need greens too, so I try to make myself eat my share, eat what I'm supposed to eat. But I definitely give him the lion's share of it. Okay. Okay. So now we are just waiting on the potatoes. Once we get the potatoes ready, then our plates will be done. So let's see. Are they ready? Ooh. Ooh. They are breaking up. They are mashing. I had not intended for them to be mashed potatoes. With these little mini potatoes like this, I kind of like to eat them like, I guess you could call them smashed, because I kind of like to leave some of them whole, just maybe open them up just a little, so that when I put the butter in them, it goes through to the middle. But I don't like them all the way like mashed potatoes, but I do like them to be open. So now that we've got that accomplished, I'm going to turn my heat off. I am going to get me a full stick of butter. Actually, this one is already softened, so that little piece of butter that was left is going to go in there. And I'm going to get me a full stick of butter. Because what are potatoes without butter? All right. We are in the home stretch, guys. I am going in now with my Pinot Grigio. This, I only use a tad bit of it. Just because I like it. There's no other reason why. And then I'm going to, I guess I should have kept this spoon that I used with broccoli. Then I'm going to give it a real good mix up so that all the butter, all the wine, all the garlic can get mixed up in there really well. Then I need to go in with some salt and pepper, because who eats potatoes without salt and pepper? Okay. And I am actually going to turn it back on, but just not on high, because I do want this cheese to mix in really well with it. Along with the salt and pepper. And then we're out of here, guys. So I really hope that you have enjoyed the ride. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for cooking with Kiki. Kiki's Kitchen is back in session, you guys. It's back open for business after all this time. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to my little subbies, my great big old subbies. Y'all did your big one by not unfollowing your girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Truly appreciate you. My A1 day ones, thank you for sticking around. Okay, so we have got that mixed in. Now we just need to do our salt and pepper. Y'all please tell me in the comments what you think about this meal. Don't hold back. I can take it. I can take it. Be real with me. What did you think of this meal? Rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 and tell me if this would be something that you would cook for your significant other for Valentine's Day. Okay, that's the salt and pepper in. And now more of the potatoes have mashed up than I wanted them to, since, you know, I'm stirring it around. However, all of them did not. Some of them, you know, have remained whole, so I'm okay with the outcome. That's why I didn't, you know, put holes in them all. So I'm okay with this. I just need the flavor to be on point. As long as the flavor's on point, I'm okay. Let's see what we got here. It's too big of a piece. In my opinion, we need more Parmesan. And we need more of everything. We need more salt, we need more pepper, and we need more butter. Like, I don't know how, but we do. This is not going to be good for my weight loss journey, but you know what? It's for Valentine's Day. It's the day of love. My husband loves me just the way I am. I'm convinced. So with this meal, I am not worried about losing weight. I definitely am not. I'm worried about him liking what I cooked and both of us being happy about it, being fed, and it being a good meal. That is what's on my mind. Okay, that's better. All right. It is where I want it to be. So I'm going to just add that to the plate. It don't look the prettiest, but it tastes good. That is what's important. I wish I had some basil. Basil would really set these off. I did look at the basil in the store tonight, and I decided not to get it, and now I regret that decision 100%, because that would really, really set this plate off 100%. I just gave myself way too many potatoes. Oh my gosh. That was a husband-sized spoon. But at either rate, we now have the plate, people. We now have the plate. This is the Valentine's plate. This is what this hour and a half has been about. The finished product, you guys. This hour and a half has been worth it. Has been very, very worth it. Can't say this rose box has, because it's not giving what I thought it was going to give. But either way, I digress. So let me show you. Okay, finish the whole thing. I also got these little tumblers, these little cups, little tumbler cups. These here, little red cute little cups, of course, to symbolize love. And we're gonna finish the meal off with some sparkling apple cranberry cider. These right here, if you guys have never had these, you are sleeping on something really, really good. Like, these are the bomb. And you can find these at the dollar store. They I think they're what, $1.25. They are so good. So, so good. And that's it. This is the final product, you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. You've got your salmon, your shrimp, your broccoli, and your potatoes. His and hers. Your little roses to signify your love. And your apple cranberry cider to finish everything off with. Thank you guys for hanging in here with me for this hour and a half. I truly, truly, truly appreciate you guys for doing that. And I will see you on the next live.